Experimenting with lights, don't mind me. Too bright. Too bright, man. Too bright. These LED lights are really, really sensitive. To me, the light coming towards me right here is too much. So many wires. See something here. Climb over furniture to get to stuff. I'm supposed to be outside working on my yard, but the weather's not cooperating. Hey Evelyn, I'm just messing around with lighting for really not for when I'm performing, just for doing stuff like this. If I'm doing some kind of gear demo or chatting or whatever, that light above me is still too bright. Just messing around. I got a few new LED lights. So I'm just messing around with them, checking out different colors and seeing what I like, what I don't like. So that one there is too close. Needs to be further back. This needs to be further back, like this. Kind of like that color combination the best. Well, the problem I have, hey Dave, the problem I have here is that's a green screen behind me, so using different colors on it. This blue and this pink seem to work better. Not going to be on here too long. I'm just and I was testing out an adapter that I got to try to use my, probably can't see it, try to use my GoPro as a webcam, but it looks like, and I knew going in GoPros aren't really webcams, but if I really want it to work, it's going to be like a couple $100 adapter that I need, so it's not that important. The only thing that sucks about using lighting like this is that I'm in a like completely dark room. Like everything around me, besides the two lights behind me and the one light above me, is just dark. Can't see anything. So I'm going to try to move. I have an umbrella light here. I want to try to put it kind of back here a little bit and then raise it up if it'll go up anymore. Not that you can see what I'm doing, but I'm just testing out a bunch of stuff here. So I wonder if I slide this umbrella part in more towards the light. Turn that on. It's probably going to brighten this room up a little too much. Yeah, now you can see the green back there with that light. So what if I turn this light off? Hey Will, what's up? If I turn that one off, now you can still see the green. So I think I like this one better. Regular LED better than better than that. Because now you can't see the green anymore back there. All right, well, your question, let me go take a look at it. Oh, yeah, well, there's no way around that. So basically, you're going to get that. I thought you meant latency as far as like when your mouth moves and when you hear the sound. Like you want to line those up. There is a way to fix that in OBS. But as far as the broadcast signal, you're not going to get past it. The last time I checked, it was, I believe it was like 15 seconds of latency to YouTube, and it was like 20 seconds of latency to Facebook. You're not going to get around that because the signal, so think of it this way, your video camera is sending a signal into your computer, whether it's USB or whatever, which way you're going in, right? That's going into OBS. Then OBS has to convert all that into your scene, and that's going to get sent out to, I don't know if you're using Restream or if you're going straight to YouTube. That has to go there, and then it has to go through their converters, and then it's displayed. So by the time it gets to the viewer, that's why there's a 7-second delay. They do that on TV, obviously, so someone swears they can block it out. The FCC does that, but there's it's not simultaneous. Like right now in OBS, and you've seen it. Like I'm looking at my OBS screen here, and it's in perfect time with me. But by the time I look on YouTube right now, it's I'm probably 20 seconds behind. There's no way to get around that. Yeah, Evelyn, I like the blue and the pink. I think that those two colors go together well. And I bet if I didn't have a green screen back there and I just had like a white, or even with no screen at all. I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about doing one of my streams where I'm playing guitar without any screen behind me. Just seeing my studio. But I like having the logos and all that stuff up there. Will, I don't know if you're here and you got my answer. Hopefully you got it. Oh man. Hey, all right, you are here. Good. It looked like I lost somebody from YouTube. Thought it was you. It's not so much branding. It's just the way technology works. There's no way, unless you're a billion dollar like ABC or CBS, you're not going to get instant video to the masses. It's got to go through all this stuff. Hey, Melina. It has to go through all this, it's got to go through the cabling. It's got to go through the wire. It's got to be sent out through the cable wire, the fiber optics, and it's got to be it's not going to be instant. So I'm probably just about done here. I just wanted to check on these new lights I got in. They don't look too bad. They don't look too bad. It's just I noticed that when I switch screens here. So if right now I'm on YouTube and it's got the big white background. And if I go to Facebook, it gets a little darker. If I go to Restream, it gets even darker. And if I just go right to OBS, it's darker because the screen's not projecting onto me. It's just have the light up here. How am I doing this in the dark? Well, so I have the blue light down on the floor here, and I have the pink light up on the shelf over there, and I have an LED light kind of right up above me over here. So and I'm using my iMac camera for this. When I do my streams, I have a camera here and I got a camera here, webcams that switch back and forth, so I'm not using the iMac camera. So normally I have these giant LED lights. There's 4 of them in sets of 2 on when I do my guitar playing streams. And that, like, I'll turn it on right now. You'll see how bright it gets in this room. There you go. Now you can see the green screen. And that's the lights I perform with when I play the guitar. But you're never gonna see the pink and the blue with that on. So with it off, the room is completely dark except for the 3 lights, except for these 3 lights that I have going, which is the blue, the pink, and the white LED that I have above me here. Yeah, well, the mixer is doing pretty well. I'm still adjusting things. I think updating the 2.92 for the Helix kind of screwed me. When I did the stream on when did I do it? Was it on Saturday? I remember I was on Saturday morning and I was updating the Helix, so I probably should not have done that because everything was running fine. The audio was going out of the Helix and running into it was running into the mixer, and I was able to control it on the mixer, my backing tracks. After I updated, right before I went live, I realized that I couldn't adjust the volume on, because all the music was coming off my iPad, which was connected to the Helix via a USB MIDI thing. So after I updated, I was just about to go live, and I'm like, why can't I turn the volume up and down on this mixer anymore for the music? And I got a feeling that something with the update screwed something up in the Helix, where I had no more control over it on the mixer. It was coming through. If I wanted to turn the volume down on the music, it was actually even coming through my guitar, the output of the guitar going into the mixer. So on the guitar channel on the mixer, if I turned my guitar down, the music went down with it. So the Helix kind of routed something weirdly, and I have to I need to look into what do you call it? I got to look into the fix, what they said, because I noticed that they said there was some problems with 2.92 Helix. I'm gonna do that right now. 2.92 Helix 2.92 updates. Let me see what it says. Please read. All right. Bug fixes. Then it says known issues. A slight thump can be heard when loading a distortion. While backing up the scribble strip can sometimes look at now. In presets. No, there's nothing about the USB. But something happened because I could no longer control just that one channel. So what I had to do again is I had to run my MIDI. I had to run my MIDI wirelessly again, which defeated the purpose of me spending $40 on the adapter to run it, straight from the iPad or straight to the iPad, or from the iPad, because the iPad's sending the MIDI to the Helix. So I had to run it wirelessly again through my Mac, which works, but I feel like I just spent $40 on that thing. Yamaha makes a wireless MIDI device. I think it's called the MD BT01. So it's like a Bluetooth thing where it's just 2 ends. You plug it into the MIDI in and the MIDI out on the Helix, and they connect together. And then there's an app that you can put on the iPad that will send the MIDI back and forth. Just checking my phone here, making sure there's nothing important that I need to be outside working on my yard, but let me take a look out the window and see if it's still raining. It needs, even if it stops, it needs to dry. I thought it was supposed to be nice today. It's not raining, but everything's soaked out there. I need to get my zero-turn mower out and get around this yard. Yeah, Evelyn, I need to figure out it works. Hey, what's up, Wanted? So it worked. The only thing I don't like, the one thing I liked about using Logic when I was doing this before is I could automate my snapshots and with the Helix, and I can automate everything like precisely, exactly when I wanted it to, when I wanted the sounds to change. With the iPad using OnSong, it works, but you can't pinpoint the exact spot. So you have the song playing, and you have to bring in lyrics. So I had to copy and paste all the lyrics in, and then you have to let it kind of record itself, and you have to go through the song and set points where the song section is. And even doing that, it's still not precise. So I noticed the other day when I finished the solo, it should have switched to my rhythm, but it waited until like the next break. Melina, I love when you are playing Ellipsis Night. Melina, I just started this. I literally just started this maybe a month ago, and I've spent most of my time figuring out this stuff and getting it to work better. The other problem is I got to be able to find the backing track. If a song doesn't have a backing track that I can use, I can't play it because there's no band behind me. I don't have a full band here. I don't sing besides backup vocals. So without a backing track with that has the drums, the bass, any keyboards, a rhythm guitar, a separate guitar that's playing something else, the lead vocals, some of the backing vocals, because I'm one person, I can't do them all. If I can't find the backing track for a certain song, I can't do it. So I'm continually adding. I'm going to try to add at least one more song for Wednesday. And that's the thing. Not only do I want to add the songs, I have to learn them. I have to figure out how to play them and do that. And so I'm trying to go for songs that are easier to play. I'm not going to be playing any Dream. I've said this before. I'm not going to be playing Dream Theater, Yngwie Malmsteen, anything that's crazy. I just don't have the time. I don't have the time to sit and learn. Like some of those songs will take a month to learn. I'm looking to play. If you probably noticed from my set list, I'm looking to play songs that are, number one, easy to play, but also have a good vibe to them, like party songs. Get people in a good mood. I don't want to play anything dull and dreary and which was most of the '90s. I want to play this stuff that's upbeat and people like dancing too, because I can't get out and play with my band right now. It's and probably going to be a while, and people are just waiting for that. People are waiting. Hey, what's up, Aaron? People are waiting for live music, so I don't want to get on here and play songs that are really complex, and the average person, I don't know how many times, when I used to do covers years ago, we'd be playing like this intricate song, and people just walk away from the stage. They go get a drink because they want to hear stuff. Um, Aaron, I hated the '90s. Seriously, I hated it. I hated the '90s with a passion. The music to me was just everything went to oh, poor me, this sucks, my life sucks, Bob, boo hoo hoo, I don't like this, I don't like that, I look dirty. Nobody was, to me, the '80s is where it's at. Fun songs, guitar players were amazing. Slayer. I like Slayer though, but guitar players were amazing. The musicianship was amazing. The singers were amazing. The '90s, it all just went to crap. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, there's some stuff that I like from the '90s, but yeah, it is. It was better than it is now, just because there's no. At least it was still MTV, kind of early in the '90s, and there was no. Right now, there's nothing like you put out an album and nobody even knows you put it out. It's kind of. And by the way, Aaron, I'm on here just I was messing with some new LED lights I got in. Matchbox 20 is awesome. I like Matchbox 20. I do like Matchbox 20. Maybe I'll add a Matchbox 20 song in. In Flames, I do know In Flames. Not really a fan of them, but I do know of them. Sorry, I'm switching back and forth between YouTube, OBS, and I just don't want to miss anything. They come in, the comments come in on YouTube, like all of them come in. But now Will, I don't like Weezer. I just don't like them. Not my thing. Nothing wrong with them. It's just not my thing. I like. It's hard to explain. I like stuff that is a little bit of a challenge for me to play, but not too much of a challenge. Like I said, I'm trying to keep the song simple. Um, but I love good guitar tone. I love awesome guitar playing. Even if I can't play it, I just love it. Like a lot of the '90s stuff, I don't like. I didn't get anything out of it. The Mask. I will. I have if they're on Apple Music, I have Apple Music subscription. So what I do is, and I'm not one of those people where I don't buy music anymore. I have my whole family has Apple Music because my kids like to, you can add whatever song you want and listen to it. You just can't download anything. But what I use Apple Music for is I will check out a song or a band, and if I really like it, I'll buy the MP3 download, or I actually still buy CDs. That's what I use it for mainly. But if I don't like it, I didn't waste money on it. That was one thing that yeah, well, I'm not into social distortion. Wanted is asking, what's the best hot rodded Marshall? I'm on the Friedman side. I just love I love Friedman stuff. I know to me it's crazy expensive. I think it's way over the price they should be, but I'm not going to argue. The guy's selling them. He's doing a good thing with them, and um, I just love it. When I'm using the Synergy, I'm using the Friedman. As you know, I'm using the Friedman module, so and it gets me the tones I want. Influence song, Stay With Me. I'm definitely going to check it out. I don't see myself playing any stuff like that on my streams because most of the people that I know, they're my friends. They come on and support me. They don't like stuff like that. Oh, see that, and that's another reason. Between the '90s and a lot of that stuff, it's in drop A sharp tuning. It's just I'm playing any. When I say simple, that also includes tunings. Normally my band tunes down to we're in E flat. Then we recently went to D. We went to D, but I just during this whole pandemic I tuned my guitars back up to A440. Rat, I love Rat too, but some of their solos it's too intricate. It's just too much for me to learn right now. I'll never get any new songs added if I have to keep doing that. Keep learning songs like. So I learned, what was it, Working for the Weekend. It took me 15 minutes maybe to learn that song. And Heaven that I just added by Warrant. Now, granted, I used to play a lot of Warrant stuff back in the day. But to relearn the solo, it took me, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes. That's what I'm looking for. Rhythm stuff is not bad. I can learn the rhythms like that. It's the solos. So, and I'm more of a melodic solo guy anyway. I don't like solos that are just blazing speed. And that's all it is. I like songs that solos that have melody and kind of fit in the song. My favorite guitar player of all time is Eddie Van Halen, easily. But again, I do Dance the Night Away because it's one of the easier Van Halen songs to do. Most of his stuff, years ago when I was younger, I could play that stuff. I just nowadays I can't do it. I just don't have time. I like Eddie Van Halen, Richie Sambora, obviously, because that's what I do, the Bon Jovi tribute. Nuno Betancourt, Paul Gilbert. I gotta look up a Mr. Big song. Maybe I can do a Mr. Big. I think the only backing track I can find is To Be With You, and that's kind of boring. But Evelyn, have I made a list of what songs you're going to play? Evelyn, whenever I do the live streams, my list of songs is always scrolling, so you can see everything I'm playing. I have another list of songs that I thought of or someone suggested. I know 38 Special was in there. But the problem with them is they have like 3 guitar players, so to try to figure out which one to play and to see if the backing tracks will let you take out, pieces of each one. I don't. They usually don't. But I have a list of songs that I want to possibly try. I love to do a Queen song, but my style of playing is the total opposite of Brian May, and my sound, I don't have that sound either. But maybe one of their more rock songs, like "Tie Your Mother Down" or something like that. I could try to find a backing track too. And the other thing with the backing tracks is, and I've said this before, the backing tracks have to sound decent. I mean, they can't sound. I'm doing "Animal" by Def Leppard. The backing track has this weird. First of all, it said it was in A440 tuning, and it wasn't. So I had to kind of alter the pitch to it, which made it sound kind of funny. And the song, the backing track originally had this weird phaser or flanger sound going on it that I couldn't dial out. So I'm still doing it. It's just I need to go back to it because the background vocals on that song are way too loud. I got to see if I can bring those down. Because when I go to sing the background vocals with it, I have to be way off the mic, or it's gonna overpower the whole song. Let me see what else we got here. Who do we have here on? I know Evelyn's here on Facebook. Who else is here on Facebook? Lucy still here or not? And yeah, wanted the Digitech drop for down tuning. I heard it works well. To me, that's just something else I need to add in. I don't want to be adding stuff in. I got my setup. I'm using the Helix. I got my guitar. I got the Sin 1, the Synergy, and that's it. I'm just looking for songs to play on my streams that are just make sense for me, that are easy to play. I'm gonna try to add. I'm gonna look up Journey. I can do a Journey song or two. You just gotta find again the backing tracks. Ain't talking about like, yeah, I can do it. I actually used to do it. That's another one I gotta find a backing track for. I can, yeah, that's a good suggestion. Ain't talking about love. I'm more of a Sammy Hagar Van Halen. I love all Van Halen. I like the Dave Van Halen too, but I love the songs more with the Van Hagar stuff, just because the songs are more song oriented. They're not just Van Halen with Dave. They were young, they were crazy, they were wild. They were just playing off the hook, off the chain, like crazy riffs, and the songs didn't really have formats to them. When they got with Sammy, it was more about composition and melody, and that's where I'm at. I just like Eddie's melodies, like in Dreams. Like I play some keyboards too. I love anytime I sit at a piano or a keyboard, I'll stop playing Van Halen. I'll play Dreams. I'll play what do you call it? When It's Love. I'll play what's Love Walks In. Yeah, Eddie. You watch some of the old stuff with Eddie. He's crazy good. Did you own a 5153? I've owned in my life. I've owned a 5150, the original block letter. I've owned the 5152. I've owned a 5150 combo, and I've owned a 5153, the 50 watter. I didn't never own the 100 watter, but yeah, they all sounded great. Just I couldn't get a good enough clean tone out of the 5150s. Sammy going back to Van Halen again. I hope so, but I don't think so, and I haven't heard anything about that. And I follow those guys. I follow Van Halen and Sammy religiously, whether it's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Sammy is always talking about it. I got a feeling Eddie's been sick with the cancer thing, so hopefully he's okay. I'll believe it when I see it. I really hope that they do it, but let Wolfgang get Michael Anthony back with them. Sammy, Michael, Eddie, and Alex, and let Wolfgang, because he has a new album that he was recording. He's waiting on it, and have Wolfgang's new band open for them. That's what I would do. Will, modern version of the Cars of the Knack. Not a fan of either one of those. Sorry. gonna check. Let me see something here. See, that's another thing about working in the dark like this. I can't see the damn keyboard. See, I was gonna say I used to like Trickster. They had some cool songs, and I met those guys a few times. Nice guys, but no backing tracks for Trickster. You like my dirty hat? This is my work hat. These are actually my work clothes. Like I said, I was supposed to be landscaping today, but I don't think that's going to happen. Let's see. So like I said, I just bought this adapter this morning at Target. It was only 25 bucks. And doesn't work. Gonna bring it back. I look like your father. Okay. I am a father. When COVID is over, you're coming out to Washington State play the casino. That depends if the casino books us. They got to go through everything has to go through our management, and we're not cheap. We don't. We've been playing a long time, and we've built up. We've built up to the amount of money that we make now, and we're not going to go down. We're not going to go down. And plus, they would have to fly us across the country because we're in New England here. They'd have to pay for the flights. They'd have to put us up in a hotel. They'd have to feed us, all that stuff, and the pay. So I don't see that being too cheap. Would love to. Would love to. I'll go play anywhere, but they have to. They got to pay for all that stuff. We're not in this to take money. I did the original band thing for so many years, and I put out so much of my own money. Went broke doing it, trying to get signed and trying to get a record deal. I said, once I finished with that, I said, when I hit 35, if I haven't made it yet, no more originals for me. I'm going and going to make money. So, if the money's not there, and I'm not saying I only do this for money because I love playing. We love the people that come see us. But if the money's not there, it doesn't make any sense. You got to remember, we're not rock stars here. We all have jobs. We all have day jobs and families to support. So if it's going to take me, if I got to travel, if it's going to take me away from my, doing regular job and making the regular money, it's got to like be double than what I would normally make. Are your kids playing too? No, I have two girls. One of them tried drums and tried vocal lessons, and she didn't like it. And the other one was doing violin for a while, and she was getting pretty good. She did for a year and a half, but she just lost interest. She does dance now. The one that was doing violin, she was a figure skater, and she was on a national theater on ice. They actually won nationals a few years. This is the first year she wasn't doing it. And I would have been, probably next month, we would have been in Kansas for the Nationals, but she decided not to do it this year after like her first time in 5 years. And she did regular dance, so no, everything got canceled anyway with all the nonsense that's going on. And to me, a lot of this stuff that's going on is nonsense. Honesty is the key. That exactly will. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to poo-poo around it. I'm going to be like, no, I don't like that band. It's okay that you like it. I just don't like it. Yeah, my older daughter doesn't really put music on much. She'll listen to it on her own time. My younger daughter is crazy into the K-pop stuff. Crazy into it. And that's all she listens to. It's all she watches. But I mean, she'll listen to Journey, she'll listen to Queen, she'll listen to good stuff too. But she goes nuts over these. If you don't know what K-pop is, it's Korean pop, and like a lot of kids around here are into that. I don't. It's in a different language, first of all, so I don't understand what the hell they're singing. But she likes it. I'm not gonna. when I was younger, listening to crazy music, probably my parents thought it was nuts that I was listening to Dio and Dokken and Whitesnake and Ozzy. They didn't stop me. They didn't stop me from listening to it, so I'm not going to stop her from listening to it if she likes it. I just don't want to listen to it. Nope, I don't. I'll tell you like it is. And if I say something that somebody doesn't like and they unfollow me or they unfriend me, whatever, I don't care. Life's too short to worry about stuff like that. I used to worry, when I was young, I used to worry about, oh, well, geez, that person doesn't like me. This person, I could give two shits. I really don't care who likes me or who doesn't like me. Because if you don't like what you're doing, then what the hell's the point? Right? Sorry for the light going darker. I'm just checking. What time is it? Geez, it's already 11:30. Half the day's gone. Half the day is gone. I had a lot to get done today, and I've done nothing besides go to Target to buy something that doesn't work. So now I got to go back. Not today, but I got to go back and get rid of it. Hey, Marina. So yeah, as far as the music goes, whatever you like, you like. Whatever I like, and I'm only gonna play songs that I like. I've been in cover bands before where we had to play. Hey, Rita. We've had to play songs that I couldn't stand, and I told myself, I'm not doing that anymore. I just really don't want to. I'm too old to worry about what other people like and don't like. So I'm hoping to do another stream. I will try to listen to In Flames after the stream. I do have other stuff I got to get done, but maybe sometimes I'll put my earpods in, and when I'm doing the landscaping, so maybe I'll pop that in. So like I said, Wednesday I'm gonna try to do another stream, and 6 o'clock if I can get all this stuff together. Going back and forth between YouTube and Facebook here. How long have I been on here? 65 minutes. Wow. I always say I'm going to come on and nope, Will, I can't stand Pink Floyd. I cannot stand them. It's like a snooze fest. And I'll tell you, here's a story. Hey, take care, Evelyn. Here's a story about Pink Floyd. So I'm in high school, and we used to have, when I was junior, senior, we used to have parties at my friend's house overnight. And, they used to smoke. I never got into that. I never smoked. I tried it, and it didn't affect me at all. Same thing with drinking. I don't drink at all. I drank before I turned 21, and then when I turned 21, I was like, what the hell's the point? But, yeah, Pink Floyd. So, one night, and then one weekend night, we're having I call it a sleepover, but there was a ton of people there. I slept on the floor in the living room of my friend's house, but they put Pink Floyd The Wall on, the movie, on the TV, and had it up as loud as the TV would go. It was unbearably loud, and I had to try to sleep through that, and they all loved it. And I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and the music was just like, I wanted to kill myself. It was so slow and gloomy and dreary, and I'm like, this is just, I don't get it. That's just me. There's nothing wrong with Pink Floyd. I can't take it. Wanted, follow me on Instagram. Hold on. Yeah, I am on Instagram. I just haven't posted much lately. There's nothing to post. You can't go anywhere. So what am I gonna do? Take pictures of my studio, which is already up there, and pictures of the sky. You know, what am I gonna do? So Instagram, I'm kind of slacking on that. Yeah, Pink Floyd, ugh, can't take it. Like as soon as I hear it, I want to throw up. That's how much I despise Pink Floyd. There's certain bands like that, like Nirvana. I cannot stand Nirvana. I like Dave Grohl. I'm not a Foo Fighters fan, but I like him. Seems like a cool dude. But Nirvana, it was just like, oh, woe is me. You know, everything sucks. You're a multi-millionaire and everything sucks. All right, so if it's that bad, give me all your money, and you can go over there and without money. I'll take your money and I'll be happy, and you can go. Yeah, this is my work hat. This is my dirty Patriots hat. But yeah, I'll take all your money, Nirvana. I'll be perfectly happy with it. And you can go, you know, drowning your sorrows without your money. Yeah, it's not really the lyrics. It's just the vibe, the overall vibe. It's like that kind of music just brings me down. I'm the type of person, and that's why I don't watch the news. I try not to read anything on Facebook because everybody has an agenda and it's all bad news. There's never anything good reported. So I don't watch the news and I don't listen to music like that because I don't want to feel like I'm down in the dumps 24/7. I would rather listen to Poison, where yeah, well, you know, people say, oh, the lyrics are stupid, you know, in Poison songs. Oh, the lyrics are stupid in Warrant songs. It was all bubblegum, whatever. It makes me happy. Yeah, In Flames gives you power. I'm not really looking for that either. I've heard that before. In Flames and a few other bands like them. I'm not looking for power. I don't need power. I just need music that makes me happy. Do I play through a traditional half stack at times too? I have my half stack right over there, my Marshall, the DSL 100, the old trusty that never lets me down. I haven't played through a half stack in a long time because my band is on all on in-ears now and we just run direct. And sound guys love it because the stage is nice and quiet and they can get a better mix out front. I will occasionally plug into it just because it there's nothing like playing through a 100-watt tube amp. But um, I'm loving the Synergy stuff. I had the Syn 50 head, which is a tube head. Actually, the last show we played was February 29th, the Hanover Theater in Worcester, Mass. And I played this Synergy 50 head through the 412 because we were using in-ears that night, but I returned that head after that, I remember, and got, because I don't need a head. So, but yeah, I mean, I love playing through 412s, but nowadays it's just easier. It's easier on the back too. All those bands like In Flames, they all have great guitar tones. It's great. It's just, to me, it's the songwriting. Like I can't. I'm gonna listen to it. Trust me, I'm gonna listen to it. Um, but if I don't hear any positivity in the song or the melody is an uplifting, I just can't get in. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm getting old. I just can't get into music that doesn't lift me up. See, all about positivity. You're right. Misery loves company. Exactly, Will. The whole world is miserable. Everybody's miserable. The government, and this is my opinion, I usually don't get into politics or anything like that. The government is just putting fear into everybody right now. Yes, this virus is real. I'm not saying it's not real. Yes, people are dying, and it really sucks, and I wish it wasn't like that. But they're making it out to be a lot worse than it actually is. That's just my 2 cents. I've talked to nurses. My daughter has to go for infusions every 8 weeks. We were just there in Hasbro Children's Hospital on Friday, and the nurses in there are like, they're like, we have there's empty rooms, empty beds. They're wearing these masks, like they have marks on their faces, and I don't know. What nationality are In Flames? I have no idea what nationality they are. No idea. Hey, Debbie. But yeah, getting back to they're Swedish. Okay. One it says they're Swedish. I'm going with him. Swedish. Um, but yeah, this whole coronavirus thing is just. I usually don't talk about this, but I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of getting aggravated with the whole situation. They should, to me, they should have locked down all the nursing homes first with the national. I'm talking about America. Lock down all the nursing homes first with the National Guard. Tell anyone that's real elderly, has some kind of physical condition, autoimmune something. They already have something going on. Stay home. Don't go out. Stay isolated. And if you're living with one of those people, then you have to isolate yourself from them, or they, and just go about. We're gonna get. Everyone's gonna get this. I may have already had it. Back in mid-February, my younger daughter she missed like a week of school because she had a really high fever, and she was just sleeping the whole time. And this right before the whole thing came out. Like they're saying it could have been here back in December, so it might have already gone through my house. My stepfather had it. He works in a nursing home. He had it, and then a week he quarantined himself, and then a week later he was tested negative, and he just felt like he had a cold. What was the best Bon Jovi tour you've seen? I didn't see them in the old days, believe it or not. I didn't get into Bon Jovi until right around It's My Life Crush came out. Like I was always a fan, but I never really got into him until later. I was always into the heavier stuff like Dokken and Dio and Whitesnake and Ozzy and stuff like that, all through school. But the best tour I've seen might have been, trying to think that I think it was one of the stadium tours. Maybe it was the Have a Nice Day tour. Might have been that one, or it could have been the Lost Highway tour. L.A. Guns at Junkyard or Little Caesar. L.A. Guns I liked. I love the song Never Enough. Junkyard, no. Little Caesar, eh. They had that one tune, but I wasn't really a fan of it. What do I think about Dave Mustaine? Dave Mustaine seems like a really cool guy, just not really into. I'm not really into Metallica or Megadeth or anything like that. I respect them for what they do. Typo Negative, no, not into that. Wasn't really into the thrash end of rock. Rainbow was cool. I like Rainbow. Black Sabbath, yes and no. I mean, they're too melancholy for me. They're too down in the dumps with their music. Again, I just, for whatever reason, and I've always been this way, I would just like music that's, I guess that's why I'm more on the pop side of things. I just like movies too. I like funny movies that uplift you, but music that makes me feel good. Stuff, I don't like depressing stuff. Slipknot, no. Again, there's nothing wrong with that stuff. It's just not for me. I have friends that love that stuff, and I don't look down on them for liking it. It's just not my thing. It's almost lunchtime. I'm pretty hungry. But I like to. Well, these are those lights. I think I told you the other day. These are those lights that I ordered off of Amazon. There was like $35 for two of them, and they come with this little. Let me see. This little remote. You can change the colors, and you can actually make the colors fade in and out. Like just keep changing different. But $35 shipped from Amazon. Guns N' Roses I do like. I like Guns N' Roses. Not a huge fan of them, but I do like them. Do I think this year is gone for events? My gut is telling me like I know they're doing these drive-in concerts, but it's not the same, man. It's first of all, like my band plays shows from anywhere from 100 people to 10,000 people. So if I go and play an event that would normally hold 100, you're probably gonna only be able to have 25 because of the distancing. And if I play a show that is normally 5,000 people, and they want to do no Cannibal Corpse, they want to do you know, drive up in cars. How many cars do you think they're gonna be able to fit in some of these places? So if you normally have 5,000 people, let's say you get 4 people to a car. Now they're also saying 4 people in a car has to be 3 people you live with and yourself. So not everyone in your family is going to like what you like to go see. So you may be in the car by yourself, and a carload is going to be like 50, 70, $75 to go see a show. And then they're going to have to space these cars out. And how many cars you're going to be able to fit? You're going to fit maybe 200 to 500 cars in an outdoor place. And then they're all spread out. And then they can come out of the car and sit on their lawn chairs in front of the car, but they're not going to be able to go get concessions, get beer, whatever whatever they want to do. So to me, I'm standing up on stage and all I'm seeing is cars and some people, people scattered. How are they going to pay? I know there's a Tupelo Music Hall up in New Hampshire is doing it right now. How are they going to pay? Number one, pay the band. Like I said, I'm not taking a pay cut. I'd rather sit home. How are they going to pay the band? How are they going to pay the production? How are they going to pay the staff? If you're selling less tickets, yeah, you're hiking the price up on the vehicles, the carload. But if a ticket was normally $30 per person, times 4, that's 120. Now you got 4 people in a car and you're charging them 50. So you're already losing $70 right there. I just don't see how it's going to do. I hope something happens where there's some kind of vaccine or some kind of shot you can get, or like antibiotics or whatever, that's going to make things go back to the way it was. But I think it's going to be a while. Which again, that's why I do these streams, because I want to keep playing, and I can't. And this is the only way to do it. Wolfgang Nancy transformed into Autograph. Autograph's a cool band. Guy, an acquaintance of mine, Jimmy Bell. He's an unbelievable guitar player, left-hander. He's the guitar player in Autograph now. He's played in a few of those bands. But I really hope we get back to normal with the concerts and stuff. Like for me, I don't really go to concerts. I don't go to concerts anymore to see other bands. Like even my friends, I feel like, kind of feel like an ass sometimes, because you want to go out and support other bands, but I get aggravated when I go to other shows because I want to be on stage playing. I can't stand. I get fidgety, if that's the word. So I don't like going to see shows, but I like being on stage and playing the shows, and it needs to be the way it was for me, man. It just I don't know. I'm trying to stay positive about it, and I'll have to admit, things are getting a little bit better. They're starting to reopen things, but to me, I don't know. I'd rather either keep everything closed or open everything all at once. Like, I don't want to go into it, like they're starting to be opening restaurants at like 25% capacity. I don't want to go into a restaurant where, you're sitting at your table and then there's a table like 20 feet away. Then you got your waiter coming up to you and like dressed in a hazmat suit with gloves on and goggles and a mask. And I don't want to see that. I'd rather just eat at home. Either open it up or don't open it up. Didn't he replace Steve Lynch? He may have. I don't know if he replaced Lynch or somebody else that replaced Lynch. Will, I'm not sure what the count is on who's been in Autograph. Those bands are changing. Those '80s bands. It's very rare that an '80s band has all their original members, and they're constantly changing them in and out. Let's see. So I guess this turned into a Q&A. So usually when I'm doing these testing videos, I usually delete them. But maybe I'll just leave this up because there's some cool stuff on here. Chris Broderick's playing for it. Chris Broderick's a good guitar player. Playing for In Flames. I am definitely going to check it out. Actually, where's my phone? I'm going to check on Apple Music right now to see if it's on here. In Flames. Here we go. In Flames. The Mask. The Mask arcade version. Yeah, that's the other thing, Will, with the beat. Don't get me started with the beaches. I have In Flames pulled up here. I'm going to check in a second. Before I get to you, Will, the problem is want to do merch, expose yourself. Yeah, that's the other thing. How are you going to sell your merchandise? Like, we have T-shirts and stuff that we sell. How are we going to do that? Like me, I don't care. I'll go right up to someone. Like, I shook my friend's hand the other day. It's all right, not the arcade version. Oh, here's the other version. All right. Let's see. What was that song you said? And Will, Giant Crowd. Yeah, all right, so the beaches. So I don't know if it's Massachusetts, Rhode Island. I'm getting confused, but they're like, all right, these certain beaches are open. You can go to the beach, but you can't sunbathe and you can't go in the water. What the hell are you going to the beach for? And they're only opening like a couple of them, which means there's going to be giant crowds there because why open all the beaches so it spreads out? If they're worried about people getting close together, open them all. I swear to God, these people that are in charge, they have no idea what they're doing. All right, stay with me. I'm just going to listen to it real quick. You'll hear it coming through here. Fast forward a little. And I have to keep it to like 5 seconds or I'll get hit with copyright. Right off the bat, you know what this reminds me of, or what it sounds like to me? It sounds like Dream Theater. But I have it pulled up on my phone so I can go back and listen to it. When I was in the store this morning, speaking of the stupidity of all this stuff, in the store this morning, I had my mask on. I thought I was going to pass out. Why does this person keep sending me messages on Facebook? Like, and they're just links to things. I don't care. Don't care. Stop sending. Yep, it's nuts. Yeah, I don't block people. What I do on Facebook, so this is my thing. I'm so glad they have the snooze feature on Facebook because as soon as I see somebody getting political, and I'm not Republican, I'm not Democrat, I'm not this or that, I'm not political. I don't go to any side. I don't vote. I've never voted, and there's a reason for that. I don't trust any of them. People say, well, you should vote for the one that you think is the better. No, they're all the same to me. They're all the same. They say one thing, they get in office, and it's completely different. The one thing I like about Trump is that he doesn't take shit from anybody, and they don't like him for that. And they're worried that he's going to get rid of a lot of the crap that's been going on. So that they're not letting him do his job, first of all. And I'm not pro-Trump, believe me. I'm not pro anybody. But let the guy, he's the president, he got voted in. Let him try to do this. This whole economy was going so good, the best it's ever been. And I'm going to say the Democrats, I mean, there's others too, but they're taking the whole thing down. If I swear to God, if he was not in office and it was somebody else in office, the coronavirus would be here, but I don't think it would be anywhere near what it's doing right now. That's just my that's my 2 cents on that. Yep, they don't care about anybody. Yeah, I hate getting political because people get mad at you. Like I said, I don't care. Unfollow me, unfriend me. I don't care. I have my thoughts, my beliefs, and I believe that if they would just let the guy do his damn job, things would be going a lot better right now. They were on him now. They were on him about these ventilators. Oh, you took away you took away this and that. So he got all the ventilators. The ventilators are killing people. People that were getting put on ventilators were dying. So he got them all the ventilators they wanted, and now we got too many ventilators. He got them all, built them all these hotel rooms. They're gonna become hotel rooms because the hospitals aren't using them. There's empty beds everywhere. But they put all these people in the ventilators, and 90% of them are dying from going on ventilators because they're listening to fools about this whole thing. And again, I'm not pro-Trump. I'm not pro-Democrat. I'm not pro anything. Yeah, Will. Hey, what's up, Bobby? Happy Memorial Day to you too. Will, I sent Mark a message on Facebook this morning. Mark's a good dude. Hell of a guitar player too. Yeah, Bobby, you came in when I never talk about politics, and you came in. I've had it. I've had it with the way things are going, and we have a president. Let him just do his damn job, and that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Whether you like him or not, he's the president. He was voted in. Now they want to do, the Democrats, oh, we got to do mail voting. Yeah, so they can put all these fake votes in. Yeah, the virus is wanted. The virus is real. It's a real virus. I mean, there's people dying, and it sucks. But the media and all these other people that want to get rid of Trump are making it a lot worse than it actually is. My opinion. My opinion. They just look. They had us at the beginning. They had us. Everything you touch is infected. So there's no more Clorox wipes anywhere. There's no more. We couldn't get hand sanitizer. So we're all going crazy. I get deliveries from food deliveries or Amazon deliveries. Leave it on the porch. I'm not going to touch it. I have to go out there with gloves on, and I had to spray it all down and wipe it all down. And now in the last week or so, they're saying, what are they saying? Oh, now they're saying that you can't get infected from a surface. I don't think they know what the hell they're talking about. Evelyn, what time are you playing Wednesday? 6 o'clock. Yeah, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully, that's the time I'm planning on. If something goes wrong with the stream, then yeah, I have to just keep an eye on my Facebook pages if you want. You'll see when I go live. But usually 6 o'clock Eastern, which I guess is 3 o'clock your time on Wednesdays. Let's see. I gotta get off here because I'm getting too wound up about all this politics and virus stuff. But plus I'm hungry. I need to go eat. I need to do something outside. At least I can put down some landscape fabric at the very least, even if the ground's wet. I got 7 yards of mulch coming in this week. I got a truckload of stone yesterday, and I got to get probably 5 more truckloads to finish up. Turn up the guitar. I appreciate what you're doing, Evelyn. A nurse. Like I said, I was at the hospital the other day for my daughter, talking to nurses in there, and they're like, it's not as bad as they're saying it is. Yes, there are people that have it pretty bad, but I know here it's like 90 to 95% of the people that have died have been some kind of issue going on, and they're all 80 years or older. I'm not saying that's right, that's good, but like I said in the beginning, they should have locked down these nursing. They were sending people from the nursing homes that were infected to the hospital. Then they were sending them back to the nursing homes while they were still infected. And then that's why all these nursing homes, everybody's dying. My stepfather works in one. He said when he was there, had 119 people living there in his, and then he got infected. He went into quarantine at home. And by the time he came back, they were down to 70-something people. You guys are right. Yeah, I'm going to go enjoy the holiday, even if it's crappy weather out. and maybe play some guitar later. Who knows? But everybody have a great day, and thank you. This turned into a turned into a long Q&A session. So I'll leave the video up. So if anybody else wants to watch it and see me get aggravated, that's fine, and learn about what music I like and don't like and why, and to see the pretty colors behind me. But have a good day, and I'll see you all hopefully Wednesday night. Although you may see me on here testing again. I do it like once a day just to keep things up to date. But have a good day, and take care. Stay safe.